Hey there, and welcome. I'm absolutely thrilled you're joining us today. We are unpacking something that is literally reshaping how we think, learn, and actually do our jobs. We're talking about the rapid integration of artificial intelligence into the modern workplace. It's this wild new landscape, right? Packed with incredible potential, but also heavily paved with some very real, very serious pitfalls. Our explainer today gives us a foundational map to navigate all of this. We're going to look at the massive upside, but also those critical ethical boundaries we absolutely have to set. If you want to know how to harness these tools without getting cut by the double-edged sword, well, you're in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this. Are you ready to work alongside an AI coworker? Really think about that for a second. Because make no mistake, AI isn't just some futuristic sci-fi concept anymore. It's sitting right there next to you on your desktop, in your browser, on your phone. Whether you're a student gearing up for the real world or a seasoned pro, the reality of AI in the office is already here. But, being surrounded by technology and actually being prepared to use it, those are two completely different things.
So, to get us grounded, we've got a clear path for today's explainer. First, AI enters the modern workplace. Second, how AI assists work. Third, hidden ethics and risks. And finally, the rule of responsible AI.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. AI enters the modern workplace.
Now, we aren't talking about some abstract, behind-the-scenes algorithms here. We're talking about a very specific toolkit that is actively changing how we work, right now. First up, ChatGPT. It completely revolutionized conversational interfaces and how we generate text. Then you've got advanced translation tools. These are breaking down global communication barriers practically overnight. And third, the broader world of generative AI, which are those systems creating entirely new content on demand. This toolkit, it's the new normal. These are the specific technologies you are going to bump into every single day on the job.
Moving right along to Section 2, how AI assists work.
And this brilliantly illustrates how each of these very distinct tools falls perfectly under the umbrella of workplace assistance. Think about it. ChatGPT acts as this phenomenal sounding board for brainstorming and drafting out ideas. Translation tools seamlessly step in for cross-border communication, making international teamwork just totally effortless. And generative AI, it does the heavy lifting when you need fresh content created. The big takeaway from our source material here is that these tools are built to assist you. They augment what you can do and drive massive efficiency in our daily tasks. They are basically your ultimate digital support system.
But, hold on a second. We really need to hit the pause button here. Let's slow things down. While we've just talked up these amazing productivity hacks, we absolutely cannot ignore the warning signs. The very power that makes these tools so helpful, it's exactly what makes them incredibly dangerous if you mishandle them. We're pivoting now from that bright promise of getting things done faster to the looming, severe ethical dangers of bringing AI into your workflow. Which brings us to Section 3, Hidden Ethics and Risks, the other side of that double-edged sword.
Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is that the ethical risks are divided into 4 equal, very distinct pitfalls: company secrets, personal data, plagiarism, and false information. When we talk about managing modern AI risks, it's a huge mistake to just hyper-focus on one. You can't just panic about plagiarism and totally ignore data privacy, right? These 4 elements carry the exact same weight. Failing to navigate any single one of them can lead to absolute disaster, whether you're a student or a working professional.
Let's zoom in on what we can call the privacy trap. The source explicitly warns us about the dangers surrounding company secrets and personal data. Just imagine for a second, carelessly tossing confidential financial projections or a client's sensitive personal info into an AI prompt just to get a quick summary. Yikes. The second that data hits a public AI tool, you have potentially shattered confidentiality agreements and broken serious privacy laws. The fallout is massive. Remember, AI tools store and learn from what you feed them. Your innocent little shortcut could turn into a catastrophic corporate leak. Then we have the other side of the coin, the integrity trap. This is all about plagiarism and false information. If you're a student writing a paper or a professional drafting a quarterly report, the temptation to just let AI do it and pass it off as your own original thought is, well, it's pretty high. But let's be real, that is straight-up plagiarism. It completely strips away your academic and professional integrity. Plus, AI systems are kind of notorious for hallucinating, meaning they will confidently give you completely false information. If you just blindly copy-paste and act on a hallucination, that liability falls 100% on you. You can't exactly blame your AI coworker when the boss realizes the report is totally wrong. That vital warning leads us perfectly into our final stop, Section 4,
the rule of responsible AI. So how do we actually put all this into practice?
So, the crucial point is this. The ultimate goal here is becoming a responsible AI user. Whether you're a student just learning the ropes or a veteran in your industry, the mandate is exactly the same. You have to utilize these tools correctly, safely, and responsibly. It's just not enough to know how to write a clever prompt anymore. True proficiency today means understanding the guardrails, protecting sensitive data, verifying your facts, and keeping your own intellectual integrity intact while working with the machine.
Let's move to and see how this builds into a really practical framework. It's a powerful rule of 3 straight from our source material. Step 1, use correctly. That means actually understanding what the tool is designed to do, like knowing the limits of a translation app versus ChatGPT. Step 2, ensure safety. This is where you lock down those company secrets in personal data, keeping your inputs completely clean and secure. And step 3, act responsibly. This is the big finish, making sure you aren't plagiarizing and that you're rigorously fact-checking against those AI hallucinations. When you apply the tools correctly, it leads to safety, which ultimately builds true, unshakable professional responsibility.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. The technology is here. AI is absolutely ready for the workplace. Honestly, it's already sitting at the desk next to you. But the real question this leaves you with is, are you ready to use it responsibly? I really hope the framework we walked through today gives you the clarity to confidently say yes and the curiosity to keep mastering these tools the right way as your career grows. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and keep learning.